guys and gals, Never here for Drake Queen Game, and it's something about on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you for Let's Play episode of Wayfinder. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Alrighty, I take comfort in the fact that I don't feel the dark intent I felt the other night in the park, and that Biorn should be arriving soon. Looking up the street, I see a figure striding towards me, but I can't make it out from here as it's several blocks away. Hey, Biorn? Is that you? I think I see you, yes. I'll be there shortly. I smile and wave toward the tiny Biorn in the distance and see his arm waving back. You're so tiny. I can hold you in my palm. You too, although you're normally small. This is microscopic. I laugh, and although he can't hear me, I can feel that he's laughing too. That strange feeling of being watched hasn't gone away, but I feel like I'm misreading it, so I brush it off. A chill wind at my back rustles my hair and, stronger than expected, inches me forward. I feel a heat at the back of my neck, cutting through the cold air and giving me shivers. I turn around to see if there's anything there, but I can't see anything. Still, across the street as I'm turning back, I find my eyes locking onto the shadows of an alleyway. It's coming from there. Danger is there. I don't know how I know, or even if I really do. I just feel it. I trust that feeling implicitly, and now it's telling me to stay away from the creepy alley. Not that I needed a warning on that one. Is someone there? I glint in the darkness, not broad enough to make me flinch, but definitely enough to tell that something reflective is moving. Someone is lurking there. My mind goes back to the night I met Arkin, and I'm glad to have another wolf giant within a block of me. I start to feel it. Some ill intention directed toward me. Is something going to try to hurt me? But if I need him, would he make it in time? I shake the thought off. Looking toward Biorn, I'm shocked as I see him no more than 10 paces off, already looking down at me with a smile. I smile back, only now feeling the cold bite of the wind against my face as my eyes are a bit wet. I look toward the alley once more. Nothing. Not even the darkness. 2 wall lamps light the whole way through to the opposite end of the alley. I feel myself shudder and Biorn is upon me within a second, wrapping me with his large, warm jacket. I immediately feel much more safe and comfortable and look away from the alley to lock eyes with Biorn. His coat is like a trench coat on me, but I kind of like it. He seems to like it on me as well as he struggles to get his words out. But Finder, hi! We're back to this? Just Fynn is fine, you big goof. I stroke his chin fur as he melts with my touch. Why do I do that? Geralt is the only one I haven't done this to yet, but even then he's offered to let me pet his tail. Something comes over me when Arkin, Biorn, and Geralt are nearby. Something familiar, like when I used to cuddle with Tucker. Wait a second. Geralt never let me pet his tail. I make a mental note to bring that up. Oh, right. Forgive me, I'm a tad bit nervous. How was your wait? You aren't too cold, I hope. It has gotten rather chilly out since we agreed to meet up. Winter's first breaths, no doubt. I'm fine, Biorn. Although, I'm not sure I would have been so fine if you had been even a minute longer. That alleyway over there had some strange darkness in it. I felt something dark watching me. It disappeared as soon as you arrived. I don't know if I'm losing my marbles, if there really is something that was watching me, but it seemed to have some act of malice in mind. Biorn rubs my shoulders to soothe me. I didn't realize I'd been shaken up until he started to comfort me. Maybe I wasn't ever really cold in the first place. We can talk about that later, Fynn. Let's get you to the bar so you can warm up and we can keep you safe and relaxed. Bar? Biorn doesn't seem the type to drink. I follow the big wolf giant away, grateful for his presence and size as we head toward the bar Biorn has in mind. After a 5-minute walk, we arrive at a quiet, well-lit alleyway and Biorn leads me into it. Stopping about halfway down, we wind up outside what appears to be a high-end bar, judging from the 2 men who just entered. Taking both of our coats off my back and handing them to a gentleman at the door, I start to wonder if the place is a bit too expensive for us. Or me. Biorn places a hand on my shoulder as though he's noticed my hesitation. He pulls out what appears to be a real debit card, which I look at in surprise, along with the blank card he has glamored to be his ID. He points toward my pocket with his ID. I get the hint and pull out my debit card as well as my ID. But Biorn waves my debit card away and smiles at me. I've got it covered. I have certain benefits the others don't when visiting other realms. I turned most of them down, of course. Need to keep the playing field even after all. However, my family has established financial security here. I have nigh unlimited access to funds. I blush and sheathe my debit card into the sleeve it usually occupies in my wallet. Biorn's shy demeanor is suddenly gone. He's pretty easy spoken to. The man taking your IDs in his card. We're asked to enjoy the general bar until our room is ready, and I looked at Biorn in confusion. We move off the side for a moment as a few more people come in behind us. You said room? What kind of bar is this? They cater to clientele that prefer a bit of privacy here. Those rooms are usually for a group to drink while watching performers. Oh, we're at a strip club, okay. However, the owner is a friend of the family, and I called in a favor to get us a room for the night so we may chat and drink in peace. Well, with our own bartender, that is. I'm shocked. This is a lot for just the two of us. Bjorn, you really don't have to do this for me. This is too much. A whole room and a bartender? Bjorn gives me an endearing smile and rustles my hair. Don't even try to stop him. I'm too appalled. Fynn, for good company and good liquor, no price is too high and no plan is too much. Let's enjoy ourselves, huh? He sachets over to the main bar to wait for our private room to be prepared. I look at the gentleman standing nearby, who, smiling, shrugs at me and motions to go on in. I do. After about 15 minutes of watching Bjorn casually charm the other patrons of the bar and the bartender with a tale of his family's exploits in his home, noticeably absent of any mentions of wolf giants, of course, and drinking a few shots of rum, the two of us wave goodbye to our new friends as we make our way to our private room. Alright, y'all. Water time. Guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? Alright. The room is yellow lit, clean and decorated with tons of seating. Being in the room makes me feel like I've stepped into a lucid dream, that sort of fully aware state of consciousness wherein everything feels surreal. Biorn takes a seat at the bar, noticeably smaller than the one we've just left, but still quite sizable. I sit next to him and look up at him. Even sitting down, he towers over me, though it's no surprise seeing the giant wolf anymore, and I've grown pretty comfortable around him. The wolf giant winks at me, causing me to blush. He turns to the bartender, an older gentleman in his early 40s at the most, with dark hair and a thick mustache. Bjorn slips the man a stack of actual bills. I see the man look surprised as Bjorn whispers something to him, and, after thanking Bjorn, he leaves the room. What was that? As much as I enjoyed feeling your voice in my head, I want you to feel free to speak openly here. The bartenders here are paid to be dismissed and called as necessary, so I simply tipped him off and told him to take the rest of our time here off. Besides, I'm more than capable of making our drinks. I'm surprised and confused more and more every second that passes. Your entire demeanor changed. You don't seem so nervous at all anymore. Feeling a bit more comfortable around me? Bjorn laughs heartily at this as he moves around the bar and begins mixing this and that. Ooh, nice. He takes a few ingredients out of a fridge below the bar and lines them out. Oh, no, I'm still nervous as ever. I've just got a few good drinks in me, and I'm in my element now. Whole lemons, fresh sprigs of something. Purple? Ritzy bars are your thing, huh? Bjorn takes a glass from behind him and places it down in the work area. He grabs a bottle of one of the more expensive-looking whiskeys and a shaker, placing a piece of ice in. The upper-end establishments are well and good, but I meant a quiet place. I watch him work, a flurry of style and practiced technique. One lemon juice, the other sliced into rounds. Nobody around me, nobody around but me, and someone I'm very happy to be around. I blush, but I suppose it's not quite noticeable after the shots from earlier. Bjorn has whiskey and some light purple-colored syrup measured out, and adds both into the shaker. The glass is then filled with crushed ice. He shakes the drink, pours it out, and garnishes it with a sprig of lavender and a lemon round. He places the drink in front of me on a napkin and waves a hand over it, smiling. The Bjorn Special, a lavender whiskey fix. That's pretty good. I smile. Thanks, Bjorn. I try it, and the flavor is incredible. There's a sweet and very earthy taste with a floral note from the lavender and a hint of vanilla that likely comes from the bourbon. It's not too sweet, and the lemon juice offsets it decently. This is delicious. Thanks, Bjorn. He bows gently and makes one for himself, then we drink them together. Goodness. Some time passes. So, are you royalty? Or just old money or something? Not that it matters, mind you, I just didn't expect any of this when you told me you were from a different realm. Bjorn seems to be studying my face as I down one of the shots. It stings, but it's good, and I smile. He smiles back and downs one himself. My family is the family of the last great chief, my Uncle Karhu. I nod. Geralt mentioned this. He's the one who disappeared a year ago, isn't he? Are you okay? Were you close? His eyes are sad now, and he looks away for a minute. A Upon looking back, I notice his gaze appears more resolved. It hurt a lot at first, but I'm mostly past it. He practically raised my brother and I. Our parents went off on excursions far and wide, knowing we would be set for life, and the two of us have been training for the day when we'd succeed our uncle. He had no children of his own, and so our whole family has been pushing the legacy onto us. My brother, Biorn, is all about it. He would like to retain the power, wealth, and status, all the things that just come with being in control. I'm sure he's thrilled I found you, even if it means he isn't the great chief. My hand is resting on his forearm before I even realize I had moved it. You're not as enthused about being a candidate? Biorn laughs again and rustles my hair over the bar. His other arm, the one my hand is on, rotates and pulls back, but then I feel his hand covering mine on the table. It's so warm. It's more like I feel the weight of this duty. I understand that things need to change. The wealth is supposed to be used to help the villages, not hoarded. I may have used some of our Midgard funds here to splurge on our night together, Fynn, but rest assured I understand in my realm it needs to be used responsibly. Ever since before my uncle disappeared, the people's needs have been often ignored. Instead, there's been a focus on corralling the people into doing things that aren't helping anyone, all for the sake of maintaining our wealth. Wow. Pretty noble ideals. I look at the gentle giant in his eyes. Biorn, those are very good starting goals. I'm sure your brother is nice, but I'm happy you found me instead of him. His smile, those sharp white canine teeth and his pink tongue contrast the dark lips and fur that so gently shine under the dim yellow light. The smile makes his eyes somehow look more striking. I find myself lost in them for a moment, but then I shake it off and change the subject. Hey, Biorn? Do you remember your, word vomit from the library yesterday? When you were going on about the 3 candidates being special somehow? The wolf giant nods, downing another shot. Yes. The great chief has been of a direct Haiti lineage for the last few generations. Before that, it hasn't been part of either of the 2 bloodlines of the sons of the great wolf since it was last with the Skull lineage. That must have been 2 millennia ago now, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon, YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!